I come out here because here's the thing. All these women and all these people marching are trained by the propaganda in the mainstream news.
How?
Because here's the thing. They think women are oppressed in America. That's a freaking joke.
Why do you think that?
It was the West.
No.
It was the West. Women in America are more empowered than women in any other country on earth.
Okay, sure. No, wait, hold on. So, wait, so I think we can all come to agreement that women have more freedom here than in most countries in the world. But that doesn't mean that they're exactly equal. But even if they are equal under the law, it doesn't mean that there's equity in the law. Equity meaning that the laws are given equally.
So why are people marching here today?
I don't think anyone here recognizes that this march is going to change legislation directly, but it's showing that there's sentiment behind the fact that women are oppressed in America, not just by laws.
I think that these people are all marching because they hate Trump, and the media got them all drummed up to hate Trump.
Okay, so
I don't think any of these people would be marching if Trump wasn't president.
If our president can grab a woman by the pussy, I can grab you by the balls.
She just grabbed my dick. Is that sexual assault? Is that sexual assault?
Yes.
So you just sexually assaulted me?
I did assault you.
Should you be arrested?
Arrest me.
Well, I'm not going to arrest you.
There are police officers right here. But
so look at this. Women have so much privilege, she can sexually assault me and get away with it. If I did that to her, I'd get arrested.
Who do you think has sexually assaulted more women than any other president in the history of the United States?
Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton has sexually assaulted more women.
Yeah, he settled multiple rape cases.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah, Kathleen Willey, Juanita Broderick. How about Hillary Clinton protecting a pedophile for her first lawsuit?
That was not the question.
Okay.
You've named two.
Name the women that Trump has sexually assaulted. Name them. Anyone? Yeah, anyone? Bueller? Okay, so you have none. That's two more than you. His wife, huh? He sexually assaults his wife.
You can do that.
Wow. So you guys still haven't named one woman Trump has assaulted. That's what are you talking about?
Have you ever seen the photos of him with his daughter?
Have you seen the videos of Joe Biden groping children?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so exactly. You guys have a selective mind. You only see and hear what you want to.
God damn you! Every single penny you have is about you put at risk because of greed.
Yeah, I want to know when America was great, that you want to go back to that.
Well, Make America Great Again is a slogan, and so that's open for someone to interpret. When I interpret Make America Great Again, I don't interpret that as making it great again as a set time period. I interpret that as certain values that have been lost returning. Yeah, boo Trump! You're the worst. I'm on their side now.
Donald Trump
Is a what? Why is he treasonous?
Oh, gee. Maybe the treason. Maybe it's the treason.
Which treason? A maggot?
Treason. Yeah, the treason with Putin. Every single Trump supporter, all the MAGA hats are now the new KKK cloak. So keep that in mind. When you see someone wearing a MAGA hat and they say, go Trump, what they really mean is Heil Hitler. The only word we use when talking to the Trump supporters is the word no. That's the only word they don't understand and the word they most need to learn.
If your definition of racism has devolved into someone who's wearing a red hat that is very not anti any race, is like a racist, okay, I feel like we need some objectivity to that definition though at some point. There's a lot of social science studies that have been done that show people that are told that there's a presence of something but not specifically what that presence is will believe it's there when it even is not. So I feel like that's part of what's going on as far as, we're told racism exists in America. Yeah, of course it does. And then you see someone like me and then you're like, oh, that's him, that's the racist. And it's I guess, if it makes you feel better, but you don't know anything about me. I mean, you know that I support Trump, and then you associate that with, he supports Trump, therefore he is a racist, where I don't think that's a good logical leap to make, in my opinion. Maybe I'm biased.
What does the sign say? What does it mean?
The sign said, God called, she's pissed.
Of course, and what does that mean?
It means she's f***ing pissed. Yeah.
Very cool.
Simply put.
And what brings you here today? What's the overarching theme of the Women's March?
Listen, to celebrate all the women in my life. I have a company and 16 employees, majority women, and it's, love my mother. We got to support our women.
You pay yourself a little more than them?
No.
Okay, of course not. Of course not. It's illegal to do that.
Exactly.
Very cool. Very cool.
Toxic masculinity. Okay, I got it.
Where are we saying toxic masculinity today?
I mean, it's at its worst, at its like it gets us where we got now, where this person who
It's Pirate Guy. Who'd you vote for?
Oh, what about building the wall? We won't even talk about that.
So where are we seeing toxic masculinity?
Well, we see it everywhere. Including
What's an example of it?
The president. Like the idea of guys can be nice to each other, and they can be themselves, and they can have feelings, and they can like touch each other, and maybe that's gay, and maybe it's not, and it doesn't matter if it is.
Question: You went right to my race and my gender, and I want to know why that's necessary in a discussion. I don't think I just talked to your friend there, and we said that really your personal identity shouldn't be that much of a factor in who you and why people speak to you. You know, be who yourself. Why does that matter?
She's back.
Okay, Kyle, can I just ask you one thing? So one day, I mean, you're a pretty boy. So put on a wig.
He's 17.
Really?
Careful.
Put on a wig and get some pretty clothes, and just walk down the street right around downtown would be okay, and see how it makes you feel. And honestly, I would recommend after like it's dark, but to get like a more intensified experience, maybe you should do that.
Question for you: If he put on a "Make America Great Again" hat and walked around, what do you think would happen to him?
Hollers, people looking to his thing, but it's more about what not.
Would he be? What's more likely to be physically assaulted? For him wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat, the red hat, the iconic one, or him wearing a wig? Be honest, LA.
I would say both. There's a lot of hated people here.
Women's March, what's going on here?
March for women's rights.
Very cool.
The expansion of the awareness of what women need to have a quote-unquote best life.
Where do you think those things are not being met today, and where is that not happening, and what can we do to help?
Women's pay, not equal.
What does the sign say, and what does it mean?
For every dollar a man makes, a woman makes 50 cents. But you know, since we got up from the elevator, everyone's been telling us that's wrong. That's actually 36 cents now. And these are men and women telling us this. So
if every dollar a man makes, a woman makes 36 cents?
That is correct.
Women get paid 73 cents on the dollar compared to their male counterparts.
To be fair, isn't that just comparing median income of men versus median income from women? Because women straight out of college and women who are in the workforce for years who aren't married and have children make more than men. Does that kind of play a role, or do you think that's relevant?
It could be relevant, but what I think is that in usually the male-dominated workforce, there is more talk given to the male side of the workforce because there are more males there, and so therefore, like things like
this is the Women's March, but half of the country is pro-life, so a lot of those people didn't show up to this. Do you think the Women's March represents all women?
Partially, in a way.
What percentage of women would you say is represented here?
The people that care, I guess.
This is the Women's March. There aren't many right-leaning women or conservative or Republican women here. Why do you think that is? Where's the divide between the two groups?
Well, I don't know. That's a big question. There are definitely a lot of white women that voted for Trump, and that is a big problem. I think just the ideals here, like abortion rights, all that, like that's not stuff that they believe in. And it's too bad that they can't be here to like listen to that and hear some of our voices so that they can understand why we feel the way that we feel.
I would say whatever your choice is, it's like that's the choice that you got to make, you know? Yeah.
Very cool. So you're pro-choice?
I'm pro-choice.
All the way through? Third trimester?
Yes.
Isn't that kind of brutal? Like a baby can be born at like 20-something weeks now.
You know, honestly, it's not my baby, not my problem.
It is a women's march. It should encompass, sounds like, all women. Why are we not seeing many conservative women here today?
Because Trumpettes have a defect in their brain. They don't know how to do math or logic.
Build a wall around my fence. Build a wall around my fence.
All right, so the irony is too great here. So they want to build a wall around Mike Pence, so they're pro-build a wall. And they're saying climate change denier, yet it's the carbon tax is one of the main reasons that spurred the Yellow Vest movement. They're getting overly taxed because liberals and progressives, the left wing, raises taxes on the working class. It's squeezing out the people of France, so they have the yellow vest movement. So they have yellow vests, yet they're asking pretty much for the same things. If a Democratic politician said, hey, we want a carbon tax to fight climate change, they'd be like, yeah, carbon tax, we're gonna change the climate. No, you're not. They're not gonna change the climate by stealing your money. So they're doing the exact opposite of what the yellow vests are doing, wearing yellow vests. Ay, 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 ay. If anybody wondered who had the weed here, shout out your book too in the movement.
Bad choices make good stories. If you chill with Hill, you want to go to badchoicesmakegoodstories.com. Tim Kaine 2020, the Kaine train.
This is too. Do guys run the world too or no? What's my place? In the kitchen. In the kitchen.
So how's the Women's March going this year compared to last year?
It's filling up now, but not quite as many people.
Rise, Love, Resist, Code Pink. What is Code Pink?
That is someone put a sticker on my sign, and I really liked it because it was pink. But I know that Code Pink is a political organization that I don't know enough about them.
I'm one of 65,844,610 Americans against Trump. Explain what that means to you.
What it means to me is that all of America knew this man was not right, and that he got into that office with 60-something thousand votes from 3 different states, 20,000 people in 3 different states put this incredibly ill man into office. And so I'm proud to say none of my votes ever even got close to that direction.
Fair enough. Here we're seeing that a lot of people are not really for women's rights. They're actually against Donald Trump, which means that there's a man at the center still of a march about women. What do you think about that?
First off, I want to say I got a Golden Girl shirt on, so you know I'm getting a lot of love out here. Second off, yes, it's an anti-Trump march, anti-man in a way, Democratic Party operative march, which is fine. Just say it. Like you said, I was looking for signs that actually just were like for women in a normal way. I couldn't find a single one. I thought I saw one. Future is female. Well, future is male and female because women and men need to have sex and not hit each other with signs, or else, you know, then head damage and I'm never going to be able to make babies.
The idea of raising your children to be woke, right, to help solve the future, your wife was saying, how do you play a role in that as a father?
Well, try to demonstrate what, you know, real manhood looks like. You know, that manhood is not authoritarianism. Manhood is just having male parts.
What does it mean, non-Kavanaugh?
He should be, you know what?
What? Oh, no interviews? The Bears not interviewing?
It's more of a visual thing.
Because it's restricting us. Even like when I was walking through the parking lot, it's like I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Like I need my father to guide me because I can't see anything.
Which is like in Iran, right, where they make the women wear hijabs and stuff. It's like forced headgear. Women have been forced to wear headgear even till today. How do we fight against that and allow women to just dress the way they want to?
Well, it depends. Certain women choose to wear hijabs.
But not in Iran, I mean.
What we're going to do today is be negative. Today is all about positivity. So what I want you guys to understand is I'm going to stand strong and make sure that people understand what we're here for today. All right? This is not a negative day. You're not coming with that. We're not doing that today. What we're doing today is we're going to uplift each other and we're going to make sure we stay positive. I want to hear my Jewish family. Where's my Jewish family in the place right now? All right? Thank you so much. So.
My street name is Mama Jude of Occupy LA, also known as Shut the Up. It's 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning. He hacked WikiLeaks in October of 2012 for the location of the military mass amount of drones and the chemical and the chemtrail exposure. I'm reaching out to anyone that is willing to help me expose what corruption is going on with our government.